Hello everybody, it's me, it's Richard, I am alone, no Rebecca, but gonna wait for Richard. Should we wait for Richard? I am here, yes, okay, great. We have Johannes playing Stark and Francis playing Tyrell. Going to be a good match, I think. These two factions generally have a nice matchup. Yes, because what are you doing to me on the stream, bro? Obviously Francis has to lose because he's a loudmouth degenerate. Johannes is such a more respectful player, person, human. Don't tell me it started without me. Let's try. Ready? Yeah, they're ready. Right. So, while this game is going on, I'm going to have a look at what the standings are in this tournament. Do a few clicks. Stark Sea of Blood versus Tyrell, Lord of the Crossing. I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. Right, let's have a look. 8 Regent players. So, Stark have 3 wins. Tyrell have 3 wins. Everything's up in the air. Excellent. So, Stark Sea of Blood. Not a really strong deck for start. I mean, it does have great ways to trigger the agenda, but the events it can use from it, generally not ideal. Winter is Coming, obviously the most popular event, is an event you want to use in a challenge, preferably military challenge a lot of the time, and so getting it after you've done your military challenge, not ideal. You can get things like the North remembers. Using the token to reduce the North remembers is good. And Tyrell Crossing. Looks like a song themed deck. Yeah, I think the song deck is good in Tyrell Crossing. Still good. Probably really good now with Red Apple Knights. Because you really only have a couple of knights in the deck. And if you've got the Knight of Flowers and Randall, only the Knight of Flowers is, of course, a knight, and the Red Apple Knights can get big in strength along with Knight of Flowers. So expecting that to come out, that would be really nice. Especially seeing as Johannes hates Red Apple Knights. Okay, so we have the Maiden into the Maiden, and first player was chosen by Francis to be Francis. So he's going first. Looks like we're not having any sort of knights on the board right now. We've got Lady Stoneheart. So go to High Heart is giving them all +1 strength. Plenty of characters on the board. Yeah, that's not a bad turn 1 marshalling. Can get all the challenges off. Can get Angai participating twice. Plenty of icon. Now saving 1 gold, presumably for a song event. Ready to kill her children again. Love it. So both set up with the Maiden. Obviously gold 6 gold is great, but it seems both of them would like to perhaps control some initiative in the game. That's going to be an interesting battle as we go through the next couple of rounds. So, Arya, Duped. Great John, always good for turn 1 against anyone really. Now of course if Tyrell have the event Lord of Renly's Ride, that can intimidate Great John, but Johannes does have the Northern Armoury, so that's not something to be feared too much. Connor, you remember this from 8 Regent 1.0? Who won? Can you remember that? Was it us? Must have been us, right? So, military coming in from Tyrell with non-kneeling Angai. Seems sensible. Probably, I don't know, where you defend that with Shaggy Dog. just to keep your characters on the board. Oh, you want it, of course. So the humble brag, nice. You set me up for that. Yeah, defended by Shaggy Dog, keeping the board. Johannes doesn't need to do all 3 challenges. There's no pressure to do that. Obviously, he's going to want to get Great John standing so he can do all 3 challenges. Shaggy Dog's surplus to that requirement. Looks like as long as you keep Arya and Great John, as long as they're both able to go into a military challenge, you're going to trigger Sea of Blood. Unless. Right. Power challenge next. Nothing to gain. Will it be unopposed? I would probably unoppose it. Let's see what Tyrell player has. Just an unopposed power? Yeah, so going in with an intrigue for the final challenge then. Of course, let's not forget Tyrell have Core Marjorie there to boost strength by 3 to win any important challenge you would like to win. Now Lady Stoneheart, let's look at her. So when the challenge phase ends, each player must choose and kill a loyal or House Frey character they control if able. Now there's only one loyal character on the board, I believe, and that is surely Sansa. It is. So intrigue wins Lady Stoneheart alone. And Arya is intimidated. So I will probably expect Johannes to stand Arya if he values getting the Sea of Blood triggers through, which he does. So the winter is coming is discarded by Ghost of High Heart. Protecting his board really. Doesn't really want to kill any of those characters, much less take the dupe off Tom 07s. Sansa dies, yeah, she does, Connor, she will, unless something remarkable happens. So 7-0, Sea of Blood triggers, that's some economy there. I mean, on the face of it, Start Fealty is much more popular than Sea of Blood. Fealty provides a discount of 1 per round. Providing you can trigger Sea of Blood, it can provide a discount of 2 and essentially a card draw and thin out your deck. Powerful in theory, doesn't see a great deal of play. So discard the dupe of Tom 07. Marjorie intimidated, we've got power coming through for 5, which surely Anguy will oppose. Okay, well, it's not the fastest Tyrell crossing I've seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen Paul Gedders, and even Rebecca played one in the first 8 region. Goes to like 9 power turn 1, 10 power, and then wins turn 2. That's not fun for me. And it's 2-1 to Johannes end of round 1. Second plot. So Johannes going for Valar D straight away. Want to get rid of Stoneheart. That's going to pressure his board a lot if he has Loyals in hand. Winter Festival for Francis. Passive power. Nice. 5 gold. Nice. He has no economy on the backboard. I wonder if he mulliganed at the start if he has Arbor and Red Wine Straits. Nope. Kept his hand. Kept his hand with very little econ. Had the King's Road, so thought that would be enough. You can't get PTTS anymore. No, the redesign sorted that out. Yeah, I do recall playtesting the Sea of Blood agenda. There were 2 different agendas. I playtested the other Sea of Blood agenda and thought it was great. This one, not so great, but it was championed because they said, oh, it's really good for creative deck builders. You can put any event in there. And yeah, fuck creative deck building when you can put to the sword and put to the torch in it and fetch it on command. and already had the triggering requirement when you fetch it. So, not ideal. So, marshalling Johannes Shiber into Alisane, saving 1 gold. Also, Grey Wind is on Great Jump, so that will provide stealth and the ability to perform a cancel. No loyal characters put on the board, but Stoneheart's gone anyway. Okay, no more green icons for Johannes, has an intrigue weakness now. The Bounty of High Garden for Francis are going to provide a lot more gold. There we go. Right, Begging Brother, going to block 3 triggers, definitely going to stop the Great John you'd expect. No other trigger on the board to block. Okay. So now Great John cannot restand, but will still have Intimidate on whichever challenge he would win. I mean, almost certainly going to win the military challenge by 5 if he goes in with just Great John, unless there is enough to Gulltown, but you know, Francis can't afford that, as I believe it costs 1. Bogging Brothers. They're going in for... Okay. Going in with Shaggy Dog as well. Fears something. I think Great John and Alisane probably would have been enough. But, what do I know? So we have Winter is Coming. Going to clear 2 characters from the board. Probably the High Garden Courtier. And then, tough choices. It's either Marjorie or Anguy. Anguy seems to be the only source of military at the moment. Taste for Flesh. Yes! I mean, I'm not getting too excited. Not yes, but yes. Wow, I just noticed the stream is quite far behind real life, but it's okay. Don't worry about that. You don't need to leave. So, 2 claim going through. I'm expecting Courtier to die along with Anguy or Marge. I mean, I would keep Marge around if he had more military icon. But yeah, the lack of military makes me think he might want to keep Anguy. Begging Brother. Of course, Shaggy got cancelled the Begging Brother by using the Grey Wind trigger. So it looks like Johannes is going to take a bit of a lead into this next round. I can't see Francis standing any more of his characters. It's going to be hard for him to get crossing through. If you want to oppose it, you're giving Johannes power, but he's only going to kneel 1 character, which means you can probably do something. You can win a power on the swing back against Alisane, because Thomas Evans will have 2 strength from the crossing, and Alisane will only have 2 strength. And there it is. Could have a Baron the Maiden Fair to stand Anguy and do 2 challenges. Is that a Baron the Maiden Fair song? Yeah, of course it is. Good thinking. This is why Connor's a pro player and I'm just an amateur. Right, so end of round 2, 5 power to 3. So in fact, despite the dominance of Johannes in that round, didn't pull away too much in the power stakes. So I guess overall it's 2-1 in the first round and then 3-2 in the second round. Now we've got a Valar D from Francis. Just going to cull 2 characters probably from Johannes' board, but been countered by March. And you know March is going to go first. Yeah, Sheba goes. So now the exchange is much more palatable for Johannes. Alright, we move on. Does Francis have more econ? I mean, he's in the territory now where he kind of needs to draw a King's Road or Bounty of Highgarden every round to sustain a board to withstand the pressure. Johannes has got all the economy needs on the backboard and 2 Sea of Blood triggers. He really just needs cards, which he can have access to with the old gate. So I think Johannes is in a stronger position. He's also the first player to leverage the Intimidate. Going to be another rough round unless Francis has some economy to put out some more characters and a way to potentially use the events. Yeah, I didn't mention that Thomas Evenstream was marched, so interesting that he picked Tom, but of course Angai can do 2 challenges, and Marjorie has a green icon when you follow that logic. So only a red wine straight for Francis. It's a Hail Mary round here. It's like, well, mea culpa. Have at me. Off to Gulltown. You don't want to oppose it, Marjorie. Or does she? No, she really doesn't. I mean, he's looking at getting enough strength here to block the Sea of Blood trigger, but we know that Johannes took a taste for flesh, and there are participating, attacking direwolves. Ouch. So Johannes wins. Flesh is tasted. Claim Raising Shadow. Did he pick a Shadow of the North? Shadow of the North? It is Shadow of the North. Yeah, it wouldn't be recurable because there's no winter on the board. Let's see, did he take Taste for Flesh then, and the first round Shadow of the North. Yeah, good spot, Connor. It's going to be very hard for Francis to come back now. I suspect he's not playing Valar Morghulis. They still keep Johannes with an eye and economy. He is, of course, lacking card in hand, but I'm sure he's going to solve that before the round's out. Yeah, I agree. If you had an intrigue icon, it might be worth raising intrigue claim. I mean, when you're in a dominant position on the board and you've got claim raid in hand, why not attack your opponent's hand? Let's see what Francis has. Is it going to be big money? I mean, it could be. What's Johannes going to play? You win or you die, and the warrior. Okay. Okay. So you win or you die from Francis means you're going to have 0 cards in hand end of this round. So next round is a real unknown for him. I guess he's just trying to maybe apply a little bit of pressure. He will have 4 extra cards in hand. Maybe he will draw Bounty. He's drawn Bounty. Okay, that helps him. 10 gold now. I mean, it's still not ideal. His opponent's got a much better board and a lot of econ on the back row, but not that many cards though. Let's see. Honestly, you prefer characters? Yeah, probably, but then you've got to have money to pay for them. You hear people complain, why does the Tyrell player always have bounty in their starting hands? But maybe, yeah, maybe we do want Tyrell players to have bounty in their starting hand. All of the bounty. Now our players are going to discuss the vagaries and vicissitudes of playing song decks. Francis is thinking. I mean, he does have 2 claim, that's not nothing. If he had a Knight of Flowers and a Lord Renly's Ride, I mean, Knight of Flowers is 4 gold, Renly's Ride 1. The third Thomas Edmonds, 4 gold, that's 9 gold. Easy. Knight of Flowers, bang, Renly's Ride, stand him, extra strength, intimidate, yeah. Doesn't give him all 3 challenges though. I mean, it makes sense that Francis chose himself to go first. I mean, it gives him a chance to do something, because if he goes second, he'll likely all of his character will die. So he's trying to push in and get some challenges first with his 2 claim plot. But unfortunately, of course, with Shadow of the North in Shadows, it's not looking favourable. Okay, so we've had a Bear and a Maiden Fair. Let's look at the top 5 cards of his deck. 2 on the bottom. Right, Milk of the Poppy out on Arya. Now Great John won't be restanding anyway. I guess he doesn't feel like the Intimidate is that much of a threat. We have a Courtier and nothing else. Alright then. Daisy. Nymeria. Lady. Presumably that's Attachment Lady. Yep, on Daisy. With a gold to move her. I'm guessing Grey Wind. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, he does. Pay 1 gold to attach it to a different character. Share around the stealth. I like it. So, Courtier is going off to Gold Town and you're going to do a green challenge for 0. Last of the Giant incoming, you think? That could be good. Especially seeing he's going to have 0 cards in his hand end of this round anyway. Might as well use what you got. Ah, just look at the Renly's Ride. That Courtier is having the ride of her life. That intimidating Courtier. King Rob. So Arya is intimidated, she can restand. Last of the Giants, Connor called it correctly into 1-1, or is it Mag? No, Mag, 1-1, the one with the giant carrot. Mag, mighty Mag. Gonna do some killing. Probably gonna kill himself, doesn't really matter. Question is, with that 3 gold left, does he have a power icon to put a crossing challenge in? Yeah, 1-1 has 0 icon, just 1 big crunchy carrot. Over defends the military. Johannes must be playing on the idea that he's in control. His opponent can have no cards. Almost certainly won't be running Valar Morghulis. The song deck never has historically run it to a degree of success. No surprises. Johannes draws. I mean, he popped the old gay here, right? He's so light on cards. So, standing Daisy, probably going to do a power challenge. Yeah, get the unopposed renown and claim, not in that order. Okay, Francis went dominant with all that gold. Didn't get his board wiped. Winning. Isle of Ravens. Shuffling Winter coming back into the deck. Makes a lot of sense in this deck because the agenda is giving you a full deck tutor. Johannes 12, Francis 3. Johannes' turn for you win or you die. Francis, Withering Cold. Nah, he's just like, nah, fuck this. I'm done. He's out. Johannes has won. Stark have vanquished Tyrell. It's 4-3 to Stark. I think the other game must be later on today. Let me have a look in the diary and see when the games are. I can do that because I have screen now. Winning. Right, so diary says let's look at the week view. Right, so we also have the Night's Watch game happening at the moment as well. Maybe we'll just hop into that while we're here. Let's have a look. There it is. They're only 15 minutes in. It's 3-2 to A. Paulie. That is Paul against Marcel. We do have some more game later on. There's Martel versus Baratheon. There's the Tyrell Stark decider, whether it's going to be a draw or win for Stark. That's in a little over an hour. And then we've got even more games later, including Targaryen versus Greyjoy. Yeah. Alright. So what do we have here? We seem to have Night's Watch Assault from the Shadows against Lanny Rose. So Paul playing Lanny Rose, he's playing cards like the Green Fork, Hollow Hill, the High Road, and some Knights, Kingsguard and Knights. So it seems like we have a Lanny Rose Knights deck with some interesting card choices here. So you must have some events or expensive locations you want to play. Okay, let's look at Marcel's deck. He had Jeremy Orica, Recruit from the Dungeon. Yeah, they're really good for a recurring source of shadow. Going to be really good when Bowen Marsh is available. I don't know if he's out. If he is out, he will be available next week. He's going to change the way you view Night's Watch in terms of builders suck, and now playing against Bowen Marsh you're going to suck too. Cool. Anyhow. Oh, sorry, Connor, I turned the thing off. So top 10, isn't it? Top 10? Is it top 10? Oh, did it change Sea of Blood? God knows. Connor will be recording the Martel games. Good. Everyone check out Miha's channel because I think he will get the videos right. I don't think you have a YouTube channel, do you, Connor? That I don't know about. Right, so what's going on? Defensive Debris has been played. What is it? What did it do? Attach character gets +1 strength, because of course. Discard 1 gold from it to choose a card an opponent discard pile. Until the end of the phase, cards with the same printed cost cannot be played or put into play. That seems interesting. Control card. Not my bag really. Oh, look at that. Wall comes out of shadows. How degenerate. Paul, being one of the rare few people that remembers the Hollow Hill. Oh, I say rare. It's rare and casual game. Everyone will skip part it, gets to standing and goes, oh, can I have a take back? I misclicked. No, you didn't misclick, you forgot. But it's okay, have your take back. Okay, right, we're into round 4 now. Yeah, I think we're coming up to round 4. Paul's trying to use a hollow hill again. No, you can't do that, Paul. Come on. Right, round 4. What am I expecting from these players? So, Paul, we've already seen the maiden vanquish. And Copper. Paul said, I did it that time. What? Marcel has played At the Gates, Valor Morgulis, and City of Secrets. So it does seem to have a city theme going. Here we go, another city plot. Initiate the when revealed ability on a city plot as if you had just revealed it. So we've got a choice of At the Gates or City of Secrets. Probably going to use City of Secrets to draw 2. Paul doesn't have a city, so he's going to discard shit cards like the Hollow Hill and Clever Feint. Absolute garbage. Okay, so Night's Watch clearly have a bigger board right now. I think it's going to be difficult to reset for Paul, simply because we have a Duke Jeremy Ricker, we have a Mate Eamon who can save the biggest character that Marcel has. Interesting. So we got rid of the High Road and basically swapped it for Gold Mine. Want to filter his hand a little bit. So we have quite a lot of dead cards. You can see why Marcel Vallard. A couple of former champions. Yeah, it makes sense. So Paul digging for something. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be one of these games where the Night's Watch players managed to get all set up. They've got the wall out, they've got a lot of economy now. You've got duplicates and now finding control tools to keep the wall standing with Mullin controlling who can attack you. They've got Claim Soak for days. They've got a recruit from the dungeon who basically had every icon they might want. You can't even stealth them because they're in action. But yeah, I mean, if they win challenges, great. If they lose, they just go back to Shadow, which when Bone Marsh comes out, they can just come back out and trigger him again. So we've got a Green Apple Knight saving 3 gold, which, does that mean a lot to you, Connor? I mean, to me it kind of says High Tower Spies or events. That's me as a not so knowledgeable Tyrell observer who doesn't really look into their card pool. So come to Shadow with the agenda. 8 gold, lots of gold. You do need a lot of economy for the assault agenda because it does leech 1 away every round. Burning Bright. That's good, Connor. Burning Bright. But what is it? I don't know what that one is. I've never heard of it. It's not one of my time. Is it here? No. I've got no frame of reference right now. Highly unfortunate. Alright, just more cards into Shadows. Saving 5 gold could be anything really. So let's see. Burning Bright. So it's a 2 gold event. Put a knight or something, a knight or army into play and discard it at the end of the phase. Okay. So yeah, you can get the Knight of Flowers, but that's just a temporary phase thing. Okay. Okay. So Mad King Command going to be doing Mad King things. So Marcel is almost certainly going to keep the wall and 2 economies, I would imagine. What does Blackbird do? Nothing now, so that can go away. So yeah, probably a vault, gates and the wall, and probably going to keep his shadow cards. We didn't bother with gates, of course. He's expecting Paul to have 5 gold plus every round, which is probably a fair assumption given that he has 2 gold modifiers. Okay, so I've seen this quite a little bit with extra characters coming into play on the Mad King turn, and specifically the Hightower Knight. And he's still got 3 gold. So Marcel discards 1 from defensive debris. He's made a defensive move, and Boris Blunt cannot enter play or be played until the end of the phase. Connor makes a really good point in the chat. If Boris wasn't dead, I'd say Boris. Well, that kind of means naming him for defensive debris is not ideal. Marsh's Conspirator. So yeah, another new design team card. He's basically like a temporary mirror. And during the design process we had people saying it will never see play. It's just not very good. Yeah, I disagree generally. I think with Bow and Marsh gives you an incentive to play more shadowed cards, and blanking something like being a nightmare and a body is just not bad. Just not bad, especially if you've got Bow and Marsh or other shadows triggers. So Marsh's Conspirator help the win there on defense. Poorly go for power challenge for 7. Tattersalt comes out. Doesn't find any cards. Poor Tatters. That's what happens when you have a reserve of 5, I guess. Fully defended. And now I guess they're going to be a defensive military. Oh, is that right, Connor? Defensive debris is for all cards of the same printed cost, so no Burning Bright. See, you know what I should do? I should really set up Discord and have the Discord voice streaming on this as well. That would mean I need to find my headphones, but that can be sorted out. We can do it. Not saying that Connor would want to, but it can be done with anybody who wants to help me out here. I don't want to listen to myself. I don't want to talk to myself. So Marcel won all challenges on defence, and then won 1 on attack, and got the wall power 8-5. He's come out quite well from the Mad King. However, he has no card in hand, so unless he has another draw plot, he's just top decking. Paul at least has 2 cards, but not a great board for winning challenges or doing anything else for the rest of the game. So, important plot choice, I think. Connor would be down. Sweet, you've got sorted out then. So, alright, Paul finally plays his reset. It's Valadi into Close Call, which you're going to draw Marcel a card. So Paul only gets to keep 2. Karen's going. Very good. Who will Marcel keep? I mean, he can keep at least 3. There we go. So we've got the Duke Jeremy. Eamon goes. He's not scared of VM anymore. Mullen and Tattersalt. Okay, okay. So, 7 gold, 4 cards. What can we do with it? Green Apple Knight. Okay. Another gold mine. If you've got nothing else, you might as well use it, right? Interesting. And that doesn't look like a board that's going to defeat the wall, I don't believe. Going to be an uphill slog. Now that Eastwatch, it is Eastwatch, a reserve booster and card drawer. Just what we wanted, really. Some form of draw. Marcel is going to be able to oppose all challenges, barring catastrophe. Ah, this is the event Connor was talking about. Okay, nice. This has happened. We've got Adam Marbrand. So his reaction gained himself a gold. After a character entered your discard pile, discard 1 gold from Adam Marbrand to return it to your hand. Doesn't seem like it's going to be immediately profitable, but I can see how it would work very nicely with gold mines. So I guess if there was a Burning Bright, did he just draw it, or did the defensive debris mean that he couldn't use it? In which case, a good decision. So, Intrigue for 5, non-kneeling Gak. They are such bullshit cards. I mean, what the hell, man? I mean, just being 5 strength is pretty cool for a 3 cost non-unique. But non-kneeling as well. Castle Black coming out of shadows. Hilarious. That is really funny. After a challenge is initiated against you, choose and stand a Nightwatch character or Castle Black. Into it when the effective opponent triggered a location ability. Initiate kneel to cancel. So I'm guessing he's just playing that for the top one right now. There we go. So military challenge comes in. Castle Black down Tattersalt. I'm guessing he'd probably just go into chump block and take a dupe off Tattersalt. Looks to be the way. And then chump defend the power. And then win the wall. Nice watch restricted card. Oh, Castle Black is restricted. I see. I get the feeling cards that stop location like Mad King and Lay Waste are going to be so important going forward, especially with tapestries coming out as well. We can lay waste the location, the tapestry goes back to hand and the location goes away. Oh, just Adam Marbrand for 4. I mean, it seemed that could be fully defended without even losing power. It can. Okay, so it might as well take the wall. Does take the wall at 10-7 after Dom. Eastwatch by the Sea, draw Marcel a card. Marched versus a Southern Peace. Never seen this card in the wild, a Southern Peace. No more military challenger. Yep, I can see why the war deck might like it. Summer block with 4 gold. In the playtesting period, this was 5 gold for a long time, and at the Tower of Joy was also 4 gold. Both those plots saw a lot of play with a really decent win rate. So they got nerfed late in the session. I guess if it's being played, it can't be too bad. Yeah, I agree, Connor. I think there should be low weight in every deck for these Night's Watch. Or again, you know, if you go into a tournament like Starlight or something, you have to take cards that are useful against everything. So you can't take faction-specific counters, but counters like low weight can, you know, just target anything, locations or attachment. Might not be ideal, but it will provide some solution in a pinch. If not a solution to pinch. Alright, card in shadows. Paul is creeping up the power with the with those renowns on the Green Apple Knights there. And that thanks to Jimmy. I guess Paul didn't have any more knights. Well, hold on a second. Here we go. Discard Marbrand at the end because of Burning Bright, and then he marshalled Marbrand. That makes sense. I was thinking, what didn't he go? He did go. So Green Apple Knight is getting renown. Win the Intrigue Challenge. The Martel only drew Castle Black Dupe card in shadows and nothing. I feel like I'm missing a card somewhere. Oh yeah, the other Castle Black. Ha! So he drew 2 Castle Blacks. Sad. Sure, he would have wanted to see almost anything else. Alright, Paul's done. I mean, Martha's going to take the wall. Paul takes Dom. We creep forward another round. I mean, you come to something when you can't do much against a Night's Watch board of 2 characters. Both of them top decking. Marthel has slightly better draw because of his reserve. And Eastwatch. City Festival, Marcel gone for money. Tourney for the King. So Festival is, yeah, just gain loads of fucking money. Tourney for the King. All these knights will get renown. Doesn't really have that many knights on the board, only 4. In an ideal world, you'd want to be getting 2 more cheap knights for your 7 gold. And then head all in for military and get 6 renowns. Burning Bright again, Green Apple Knight. That is good. That's really good. Because now you can do the Intrigue with a Green Apple Knight. And it's a forced opposition, lest it get renown. And it probably will get renown unless he defends with Tattersall and Damon. So here we go. 1 Green Apple Knight going in. The one that both Green Apple Knights going in. So no renown. I think Jamie is attacking alone. Yes, attacking alone, but it seems like both of them have gone in. There's nothing to claim. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to think, why didn't he do it with one? I'm probably missing something here. Oh, there is renown from the plot. Man, Connor, I am dumb. I'm sorry for being such a dumb commentator. Renown from the plot, of course there is. Oh, is Forest Hunter coming out of shadows? Johannes. What is the play here? Gonna try and win? I mean, this would be interesting. So he's forced to really do this, to win this, to stop the two renowned, because if they all go into a military challenge, that's 5 power. That takes him to 14. But then I guess Castle Black is knelt. Jeremy Ricker would oppose. The war would trigger for 14. It would be 14-14, and Paul would win, Dom? Well, let's see. Let's see. So yeah, it doesn't go in with all of them, because you want to win the power challenge with claim and renown. Could be game. The plot is dumb. Renown and immune to events should be one or the other. Here's an old forest hunter. So opposed. That's nice. So now you've got some power to block the power challenge. And I guess the hunter's gonna die for his sins. This is shaping up to be an interesting game now. Yeah, so on the face of it, can't win power challenge. Fully opposed. Marcel takes wall, Paul takes dom, and we go in 14-13, one more plot. So now we're 14-12, because green apple now it's gone away because it burned bright. 1 power needed for nice watch. That's like a whole challenge phase to go through without conceding multiple power and renown. So we're around 8. They've got all their plots back. Tawny's pinned. Is it a reset? Is it Valardi? You have to consider Valardi for the Night Watch player. Oh no, you want him Morgulis. Oh no. Oh, terrible. It's chaos. Yeah, unfortunately you have to think cycling back for the plot just to get the reset is absolutely catastrophic for Lannister. Because Maester Aemon can save Janos, Wrecker's got a duplicate. All Marcel need to do is oppose challenges. Paul will get 8 gold, but it looks like, you know, all of his characters will die. It'll put pegging back down to 7 power. Thing is, march Marbrand, but if you march someone else, does Marbrand get it back? After character enters your discard pile, yeah, so you can react after something marched to get it back into your hand, so you've actually got something to play. Was scared of Vanquish. Well, you might not have to be scared of anything. Good thing with Paul, if he doesn't draw a character he needs, he can discard with Goldmine and have another shot. The players having a little chit chat here about the options. That's normally a sign that someone thinks they're going to win or someone thinks they're going to lose. I agree, Connor. Probably march Hightower Knight and get it back with Marbrand instead of Jamie because power icon, I guess. Okay, so we're going. Paul's going for, Morgulis going for. Okay. I'm just thinking Marbrand, the reaction, does that happen after both when revealed? That wouldn't happen immediately because it's not an interrupt. I'm so sketchy on the rules. Either way, this game needs to be over now because I've got to go upstairs and say goodnight to my girl before they go to sleep. I'd be very sad if they went to sleep without me saying goodnight. So this is on you, Paul. And a little bit of Marcel, but mainly Paul. Gotta blame your fellow Brit. Right, 8 gold, what you got? Ouch. Discarded a green apple knight, something he could actually play and get unopposed with as it stands. And he put something into shadows and kept 6 gold. Yeah, I mean, although he could get unopposed with the green and kneel the wall, I guess Marcel could still take dominance. Robert Strong. But Marcel doesn't need to do anything, does he? What's going on here? Okay, so Steward of the Wall was marshalled. Mandon Moore. Yeah, timing could have been different, but the steward's gone, Mandon's out. Seems like it's over. He could either win unopposed and then lose on dominant. He could do a military and lose that and lose wall. So GG. I'm just going to have a quick look to see what the matchup is like with Night's Watch. So Night's Watch are on 1, 2, 3. Now 4 wins. It is officially a draw. GG in that game. Wow, looks like we're ready for a finale with Tyrell and Dark a little bit later on tonight. There are 2 Martell games on tonight, which Miha will cover. If I can cover this Dark Tyrell one, I can. I will, but if I can't, I won't. Anyway, I'm going now. Thank you for staying with me and watching the games. I appreciate